Good morning, everybody. It's the Illiana Farmer. Welcome back to my channel. We've been hauling a lot of corn here lately, and I haven't had many good things to get footage of just because it's been, you know, Monday through Thursday, haul corn, haul corn, haul corn. So that is kind of boring. So I thought this morning, before I haul corn, our corn is just now starting to pollinate. I mean, it's been pollinating for about a week, I guess I should say. So I was going to show you guys what's going on here and kind of break it down for you. And I'm going to show you the difference between this corn and the corn. You can tell there's a big difference in height. I'm going to show you the difference in that and maybe explain a few things. Okay guys, so we're out here, we're looking at a cornfield. There's a lot of different types of corn out there. You have yellow corn, white corn, blue corn, organic white, organic blue, organic yellow, non-GMO yellow, non-GMO white. There's all kinds of types of corn. I'm going to show you what the Illiana Farmer grows right here, what we're running across 1,000 acres of corn every year. We are a 100% white corn farm, so we grow for Frito-Lay, and this corn, you will eat it at some point. And we try to do everything we can to keep it the cleanest, best quality possible. I mean, that's what you do as a farmer. You want to grow the best crop, grow the most crop, grow the heaviest crop. More money for us, better product for you. That's the end game. So when this corn, I guess I'll step back from it. You see these fields that are bare dirt. We come through with our planters and corn's about that tall. Okay, and it grows and it gets this tall. Okay, I'm going to try to show you this. This right here at the top of the plant is called a tassel or a tassel. Depends on what part of the country you're from. When this corn gets ready to pollinate, which means it's going to start to put on an ear. See this silk right here starting? There's going to be an ear right here, and if you're lucky, there could be two. But what's going on here? I'm going to break it down for you. When a mommy corn and a daddy corn love each other very, very much, they make a baby corn. No, I'm just kidding. That's kind of what's happening though. This right here, the tassels at the top of this corn all over here, they're going up in the air and they're pollinating, so they're full of pollen for this. Each plant has its own tassel, obviously. So then when it pollinates, it automatically shoots these silks out down here in the middle, and that pollen up here, sorry, this is terrible camera work, but the pollen up here should come down and get on all these silks. And if each one of these silks, I don't know if you can see this, if each one of these silks right here gets pollinated, like you can see some of this, like this little thing right there on my finger, you know, it's laying on this. Those are off the top of the tassels. And if each one of these pollinates, that's going to make a kernel on an ear of corn. So we want every one of those silks to get pollinated. That's done strictly by wind and luck. That's the easiest way I can describe it. We're not coming out here and making sure every one of these, no, your field just pollinates, and whatever you get on your ear, you get on your ear. Now the main thing you want to happen, and it doesn't, but you want it to, is you want enough pollen to stay at the top of that tassel, so when you make an ear, most corn plants will try to put on another ear and have two ears. It doesn't always happen, but if there's enough pollen left at the top of that plant to go down and pollinate the next set of silks, you could potentially have two ears. It probably won't be as big as the first one, but I mean, that's just more crop you're going to have in the end. That's kind of what happens. You put a seed in the ground, it grows up, it doesn't do anything for quite a while, it just grows and grows and grows and grows, and then boom, shoots a tassel out. Then the ear, you can see it's kind of starting to form. It's got its silks out, and it's trying to communicate basically and say, hey, let's make a lot of corn right now. When this corn behind me gets ready and we come in with a combine, you'll see some videos of that later on. We'll shell this corn and it will go all the way up there to those grain bins. We'll put it in those bins and we'll store it till, we'll probably shell it in November, October. It'll stay in our bins till December, January, February, March. We'll pull out of each bin every month, but it has the potential to stay in there till June, July. Like right now, I'm finishing up. I'm just about done. This is what we are growing out here today. I don't know if you can see this. Yeah. Can you read that? Fritos. You guys have probably eaten this chip. And it's pretty interesting because you see a lot of products. I always read the back of a label. I guess that's the farmer in me. I want to know what's in it, where it came from, and who distributed it, That's kind of what I like to know. I'm going to try to get this for you. I don't know if I can. Do you guys... I don't know if you can read that. Okay, if you can't read that, I'm going to tell you what's in this package that we've gone through the process of planting a crop, taking a crop out, moving the grain, handling the grain, taking the safest measures to make sure this stuff is the best quality possible for you guys. I'm going to read you the ingredients. First ingredient, corn. That is nice to see. There's no additives of any kind. It's corn. That's what this field is. It's what goes in here. Then you have corn oil. That's amazing. I don't know if the corn oil comes from this field. It probably comes from a different type of corn somewhere, but it'd be food grade. It'd have to be handled, measured, all the right steps taken, and be the best quality possible for human consumption. Last ingredient, salt. So you have corn, corn oil, and salt. I don't know how you get a better product than that right there. I mean, sweet corn's good, but you take a product and read it the next time. Let me know what's in it. Because I guarantee when you open up a package of hot dogs or something like that, the first product isn't pig, pork, or whatever. Just wanted to come out here, guys, and show you what goes into taking a field that's bare, just idle dirt. You see the crops come up, you see what's going on, what is actually going on, what's the plant doing, what crop is, where does it go and what's it made into, and, things like that. So that's what I was doing today. You don't see us as a farmer, in our case. You don't see us growing some product and you go and look at the package, where did it go to? And there's 5-6 different additives, products, colorings, things like that. There's none of it. That's white corn. That's a white corn chip. You eat it, it's delicious, and that's where we're at. I'm gonna go show you guys some other corn here in just a second, okay? Do you guys see a difference here? See how this corn is about that tall and that corn's that tall? Okay, this is our field corn. This is our white corn. Every year, my dad and I, we try to grow quite a bit of sweet corn, and what we'll do is we'll take the sweet corn, pick it, take it home, clean it, cut it off the cob, put it in big roaster pans, and you cook it to a certain temperature. Yeah, we'll freeze it, bag it, so when we go and we're eating a dinner and it's December something and we go, man, you know what'd be good right now? Some sweet corn. Pull it out of the bag, microwave it, or put it in a pan, heat it up. It is literally just as good as it is right now on July 16th, 17th, whatever day it is. That's something that's kind of cool too. You don't have to defrost. You don't have to do anything with this. If it's July and it's a fresh crop, you can go in there, pick that ear, eat it right here today. You don't have to cook it. You don't have to do anything. You can go out here and eat this. You won't die from it. You won't get hurt, I'm just trying to kind of set the message straight. Like, I feel like people think we're just out here spraying terrible chemicals, trying to hurt the environment and things like that, and that could be farther from the truth. I mean, they don't have a clue what is actually going on out here. If you ever took a minute and talked to a farmer and spent some time with the people growing your food, you'd probably have a better understanding that they're more concerned about it than you ever would be. So, but this is sweet corn. That's field corn. We've gone over what our white corn is. It pollinates the same way. It makes the ear the same way. And that's what we're growing out here. So we've got our sweet corn, and it'll be ready here, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 more days. Talk about something else real quick before I go haul corn. I've talked enough out here today. We're obviously in this cornfield. Try to get down here kind of low. This is at the floor, or the bottom of a cornfield. You can see here, here's a weed, you know, a little broadleaf grass weed, something. And there's some more weeds. This is all part of the corn. But this, when we pull this back, you've got this. Where's that at? There. And you've got that. Those things right there. What we're doing out here, when you see sprayers running through the field early season, and the corn is about, if we're looking at the ground and the corn's about up to here, you know, and you see sprayers running around, we are spraying this dirt so that nothing, no weeds are I mean, this is a really clean looking field. I mean, you're not going to get it all. There's just no way. But we try to do the best we can. And that's all you can do. If these are out here growing and you're not doing anything about it, you know, this field is it is really clean. So imagine a field that had nothing done. This whole thing would be growed over in grass and a full mat of weeds. And your corn would be competing. So if this corn right here is trying to put on an ear and trying to be the best crop possible, but he has to share every drink of water, every bit of nutrients with the weeds sitting next to him, it just wouldn't produce, you know, a quarter to half as much if it had all these weeds to compete against. So here's a little one here. I mean, and they're going to be here and there, but they're so tiny. I mean, look at that one. And the corn is canopied enough. It's not getting enough sunlight down here to the bottom to keep these really growing to overpower this corn, which is good. But that's kind of what's going on there. Here's a lane that we run in between a bean and a cornfield. No joke that this is how the floor of that field would look in there if you did nothing about it. And all of this stuff is thriving, looking good, green, lush. You're taking yield away from that corn plant if he has to share his nutrients, his nitrogen, his water with a weed. So that's why we try to get rid of as many weeds as possible. We're just trying to grow the biggest, best crop, use the least amount of resources as possible to achieve those goals while maintaining great farming practices, soil conservation, things like that. So I hope you guys learned something today off of the cornfield, sweet corn, you know, talked about some other things, the products we're growing. If you guys like the video, subscribe, give it a thumbs up, or subscribe over there. I guess it's backwards, but subscribe, thumbs up, comment. I hope you guys learned something. So comment below. Tell me what you guys think. I'm the Illiana Farmer. I'm going to haul corn. I will see you guys later on.